This movie tells a story about Maddie, who's on the brink of losing her home. She finds an intriguing job listing, which is to bring a 19-year-old boy out of his shell before college. First of all, this movie has a big setup problem. Maddie lives in New York, which is very expensive, and she has to pay the tax of her house. And yet, she decides to be an Uber driver. This doesn't make sense. The movie tells us that she accepts the offer to have sex with 19-year-old boy, which means she's willing to become a sex worker or a prostitute. No matter how hard she denies it, when she accepts that job offer, it automatically makes her a sex worker. Now, we're not talking about average-looking woman here. We're talking about Jennifer Lawrence's level of attractiveness. Surely, it should be easy for her to become a high-class prostitute. Sleeping just one night with high-ranking officials or politicians would solve her financial problems right away. Sleeping with them for 1 full year would set her for life. There's no morality aspect to be discussed here, as it's thrown out of the window once she accepts that job to sleep with that boy. There's not much reason for viewers to root for the character as well, as the movie makes her an angry, dumb, and desperate woman. This becomes a huge problem because she's the central character in this movie. The case would be different if the movie takes focus on the boy instead of her. That would have been more interesting. Although it has to be said, the movie's premise that for the boy to be normal and ready for college, it means the boy has to have sex, is really stupid. To make it worse, the movie creates supporting characters around her, not the boy, which pulling focus even more dramatically away from him. The story itself is obvious and predictable in where it's going. Because of this, the movie has almost no real stakes, making the big emotional moment becomes really unconvincing and unsatisfying. There are more challenging topics for both main characters that are generally discarded for additional scenes of uncreative slapstick or over-the-top comic hijinks. In terms of comedy, the movie just feels like a series of gags. Only few that are funny, but most of them feel flat and cringe. The movie has some slapstick comedy and side gags that's not funny and rather stale. Overall, the movie misses the mark on so many levels and relies on many cliches and stereotypes. We do not recommend to watch this in theaters. Just wait on your free TV channel.